How are you today?
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hi, everybody out in the Facebook world. I am the cosmetologist, and
I'm the queen.
and we're here again at Sensia over in the Galleria area. And we're going to be doing some makeup tutorials with Sensia IQ. And I wanted to tell everybody out there, if you all don't know us, a lot of people know us because we've been around, well, I've been around for a very long time.
We're the same age. We've both been around the same amount of time. 23 years.
I met you back in Neiman's, like, how many years ago was it?
A while ago.
It was a while ago, yeah.
We were both skincare, well, I was a skincare specialist.
Mm-hmm. Well, so was I. I was with La Prairie Cosmetics.
I was with Cicely, and we were also both makeup artists.
And makeup artists, and then I graduated to Laura Mercier.
And I went international.
She went international. So if you don't know my friend Lily, Lily is a multilinguist. She is a title holder for Miss Texas, Miss USA, which is, what do we call it, a triple crown?
Triple crown.
She's a triple crown. And she's also one of my really dear friends. And we've been quarantining together for the last...
We've been pandemic buddies.
Pandemic buddies.
Yes, quarantined.
We have
and
been.
if you don't know who Edward is, he is a world-renowned celebrity makeup artist. He's has graced the faces with his beautiful maquillage of thousands of covers of magazines.
That's true, actually, yeah.
And he's also done the makeup for various shows. He's well known in New York and in Beverly Hills.
That's true. Yeah.
So.
And I live here in Houston, no doubt. Yeah, my friends.
We're always together.
My friends in Beverly Hills, so they call me all the time. They're like, we can't work in Beverly Hills. Everything's closed. So they want to come to Texas.
Exactly.
I tell them they can't come because then they have to quarantine, and then my people don't want to see them because they don't know who they are.
Exactly.
So, but we're going to do makeup today.
And it's going to be a fun day.
And today is a fun day.
Even though we've been caught in the rain.
We were caught in the rain today.
Cars broke down.
Both cars broke down. What else?
We
hadn't eaten. We were starving.
It was terrible. But here we are.
We're here.
We're here to entertain you.
And super glamorous.
Yes.
Look at her, super glamorous.
Well, most of my makeup is almost off.
Well, and that's what I want to talk about today is that, you did use the champagne and roses today and just kind of touched up your makeup.
Early this morning, around 7 a.m.
About 7 a.m. And so we're going to remove her foundation and we're going to touch up her eyes, just kind of a daytime look. And then we're going to go into an evening look. And we're going to talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah.
But we're featuring, and I'm going to give you all a coupon code later, because if you all want to take advantage of the sale that we're going to be offering on the Champagne and Roses palette, which is an amazing palette for all of you out there. It goes from day to night very easily. And then, of course, we have our cream matte lipsticks and also the lip strobes, which are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they made your lips look beautiful last week.
They're great. The matte lipsticks do not rub off on your masks, which is a huge thing.
Which is wonderful. I think that's
great.
And
anything that says champagne and roses, I'm in. And I'm sure most of you ladies are too.
But for me, it's champagnes.
I want both.
I think the next one should be like
champagne and roses.
Bubbles and fragrances or something.
I don't know. Something. Something.
Well, the colors are fun because of there's mimosa and
they're lots of fun. They're beautiful.
They're all these different
things.
Let's
show.
Okay.
Let's show.
Let's do it then. Let's show and tell. All right, let's show and tell. So we're going to be using this palette today, which is a really fun palette. Again, it's Champagne and Roses. Coupon code, you go to www.sensiaiq.com and go there, and you can actually use my coupon code ESanchez. That's the letter E, S-A-N-C-H-E-Z, and you will get a very hefty discount when you order this palette. We're limited now because last week we actually probably sold out. We sold out last week, actually. So we're actually doing really well this week.
Well, we also have our happy hour show, which we've been
featuring that as well. That's true. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually taking a little bit of eye makeup remover. And actually, before we even get started, I do a little hand sanitizer so we can make sure that we are sanitized.
Yes.
And everything is good. Look up for me. I always like to take off the makeup under the eyes. That's still dry, isn't it?
Yeah. You need a little bit more.
Just a tad more. Yay.
Yeah, that's better.
And usually this is where you want to refresh your makeup the most after a long day.
Yes.
Mascara. Now you have to understand that my friend Lily has very sensitive eyes.
Very, very, very sensitive eyes.
And so you can see, like we've taken off the makeup, you can see from one side to the other that the makeup has been removed, which is great. Now this is my friend Lily San's makeup.
Oh no,
I know, everyone's watching you.
Everybody's now going to see me without makeup.
Without makeup, what are you gonna do?
Well, nothing.
Well, of course.
I'm stuck. It's okay.
So you think we're gonna go into shutdown again?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I think we're through it. I think it's going to be
we're-
over.
We're going to move through this.
I think everyone's wearing their masks. Everybody's being diligent.
By
Everybody's
the way,
sanitizing.
everyone here is wearing masks.
Yeah.
Except for us.
Except for us.
The entire
Well,
camera
obviously, 'cause-
crew.
yeah, absolutely.
Everyone. So.
Everybody's wearing their mask. Everybody's being very. They're doing their due diligence. They're being very respectful of each other, which is great. Which everybody should do out there. Look up for me.
Erica says, I like big eyeliner and lots of mascara now that I'm wearing a mask.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
Erica, that is a very good point, Erica. That is a very good point. It's all about the eyes.
It's all about the eyes.
You got to smize. You know what you know what smize is?
You have to smile with your eyes.
It's smize. I just learned that today, actually.
Yeah, you have to when someone's talking to you, you just kind of make your
Erica
eyes
Alvarez
wide.
also asks, Edward, how long do you have to wait for the time to remove your eye makeup? Does it have to dry?
You mean the cleanser?
Yeah, what you're using to remove that.
So actually, I'm using a makeup wipe. Again, you can also find them on Sensia IQ. And the makeup wipe is like a toner based. So I used a makeup remover, which has a little bit of an oil base to it, to help dissolve any mascara, any eyeliner that might be under the eye. So that's really important. Thank you for asking that, Erica. So I use that under the eye, and then I go follow through with a makeup wipe. And so the makeup wipe actually helps to dissolve the makeup on the surface of the
And the
skin.
makeup wipe actually smells really botanical and nice.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, it's
a very soft.
refreshing. It's very soft. It feels good after such a long day, and all the challenges of the day, to have something so nice and refreshing.
And usually what I'll do is I'll follow through all the way down to the neck, making sure. I like your tambourine earrings.
Well, these earrings are fun. They're kind of like, they can go either way, as they're sort of like the perfect
Tambourine?
summery outfit. I think they're more like a wind chime.
Wind chimes, that's what I wanted to say, wind chimes.
Tambourine.
Absolutely.
But they're kind of like palm leaves, or they could look sort of like a fish. And since I'm wearing this fabulous green jumpsuit, which you can't see because I'm seated, I thought that it kind of would look cool with the green, since it sort of looks like a palm leaf.
George Cantu says, I love Edward's makeup tips. He makes my eyes bigger when he's done my makeup for a night out.
Fabulous,
Georgie! We love Georgie.
We love Georgie.
So this I'm introducing to your skin is just a real beautiful, freshing vitamin C serum that really helps the skin it just gives it a nice, fresh feeling to the skin. When you do remove makeup, when you do take makeup off, you are stripping the skin of all your natural oils. And so you wanna make sure that you add something back into the skin, so that way, when you do replenish the makeup on the surface, you're gonna see a nice, beautiful, resilient skin. And I do a lot of pressing.
It feels nice.
I do it very special.
Yes.
I do a little in-chair massage. And now I've got to put on
acupressure.
a little acupressure, yes. Acupressure, acupuncture. Where's the needles?
No.
Kidding, joke.
No needles.
That was a joke. Now she's all paranoid.
No.
All right, so we're gonna start with a little bit of eye makeup. I'm just gonna, like she did for daytime. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of number 1 right in here. Yeah. And I forget what color this is exactly, but it's our number 1 color. I'm just tapping it all over her lid, kind of including the brow. Let's see, eyes open for me, right there for me. Yay! Now these are matte tones, so these mattes are really beautiful. They're very luxurious, they're very soft, and it's almost like they have a shadow base in them.
And they're actually great for sensitive eyes, because this is what I've been using, and I haven't reacted to them, which is just a wonderful thing.
That's great. I think that's really pretty. Really good. Now I use a different brush for the crease, and I use actually what I call it a ponytail brush, is what I call it. And I'll use a mid-tone. This is more of a caramel color. Well, of course, in this palette it's called Mimosa.
Mimosa.
And what I do is I pat to apply, and once the powder is applied, then I blend the powder into the skin. Because if you go straight into applying the powder, it's gonna swish everywhere and it's gonna be all over the face. So make sure you pat the powder in first, pat, pat, pat to apply.
Well, the one thing that I also noticed with this eyeshadow is that it doesn't flake.
Correct.
You know, meaning, if you don't know what the word flake means with eyeshadow, it doesn't like get dusty on your face. Particles don't fall on your face, and then, you know, you smear it all in, which is nice.
Smear, that's a word.
Smear.
Smear. Smear. Eyes open for me, right there for me. Yay! It's a really pretty color. Got it.
Nice, I'm sure.
Nice. What do we think?
So Edward, is this look going to be for more daytime or nighttime?
I would say this is a daytime look. And so what you want to do is you want to refresh the daytime look, because evening look, you can apply right on top of it.
Okay.
So there's no point of trying to remove your mascara and remove all your eye makeup. You want to just refresh that, because if you start rubbing against that, a lot of people wear contacts, a lot of people wear, you know, are eye sensitive like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If they start ripping and tearing at their eyes, then it's all downhill from there.
Nobody wants to rip and tear at their eyes.
Right. So you just got to be very, very careful. Very careful. Yay. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the dark black and I'm just going to run it right next to the lash line. So far I've done 2 colors, and now we're just doing a third, which is the eyeliner. Eyes open for me. See, that's just absolutely beautiful. Very soft. You notice I didn't wet the color. Now Lily has very curly eyelashes. You actually probably sleep on this side, huh?
I don't know. I'm a tosser and a turner. So sometimes I feel like I sleep on my right side, other times I sleep on my left. I've always had the curly lashes. I don't know why. Because I was born that way.
She was born that way.
Yes.
See, eyes open for me. Oh, wow. Very nice.
So my makeup is going to be fabulous again, so I can go from the kitchen
To the living room.
to the living room.
Yeah, go to the kitchen and make me something to eat, and then I'll be in the living room and you bring it to me.
Yeah, he's gotten a bit comfortable. I'm the
Me and the
queen.
dog wait in the living room for the actual food, because the dog already knows that I'm going to drop something eventually. And so the dog is like, yay!
He's always so happy to see
The
Edward.
fat guy's here! Always excited to see me. All right. Now, Lily's eyes are green. She's got beautiful, beautiful green eyes. So I always love to put a contrasting color of the color of the surface of like green, which is going to be, do you all know what that is?
Oh,
Contrasting to green is?
red.
It's red, actually. Yeah, she's right. It's red.
You stopped.
It is
Don't
red.
you remember the Wiggles? We're going to have to go through that again.
Let's go to the Wiggles.
What was it?
I don't know.
Remember the song?
I don't remember their song.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes. The Wiggles, they were famous for that song.
They were?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's the first time I've heard that.
They always wore the primary colors.
Oh, there you go. Color blocking, very good thing.
So yeah, red cancels out green, green cancels out red.
So what I was trying to say is that green, your color of green, looks really great against purples. So this particular purple that I'm using on your skin is more of a burgundy, so it's a red with a brown. So that's why it makes her eyes pop. So it makes her eyes look really, really, really bright. Look straight up in the ceiling for me, right there. And then I like to follow through with just a little bit under the eyes, just to make it pop. And then right in that camera. Yay! I don't know if y'all can see a difference. George, are you still watching?
Does anybody have any questions or comments?
Now, this is the technique actually I used on you when you did the Miss Texas competition.
Yep, you did.
This is the one that we did on you when you actually were on stage. Look straight up for me. And your earring flew across the room.
It did. It was a pretty woman moment. I was sashaying across the stage.
She was walking down the stage, and
then
all
I
of a
twirl.
sudden she struck a pose, and then she twirled her head, and the earring flew, and a guy caught it.
True story.
It was hilarious. I couldn't believe it even happened. I thought for sure it was going to hit like a judge in the head, and they were going to like knock out.
Oh God, and then I'd be disqualified.
You'd be like, oh, she's murdering all the judges.
And then we'd see a judge with an eye patch.
That's what had happened, yes. Absolutely.
The good times of competition,
Exactly.
of competing in beauty pageants.
Putting marbles on the floor so to see who falls.
It was actually
Kidding!
a great
That was a joke.
experience.
That was a joke. It was. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take a really deep, vibrant pencil. These are gel pencils. Also, you can see them on
Ooh,
Sensia
what color is
IQ.
that?
This is actually a really beautiful navy.
Oh, I love it. I don't have a navy pencil.
And look down for me, right into his eyes open for me. Look straight down for me. I think that was a hint, Edric.
I don't have a navy pencil. I sure would love to have a navy pencil. You know why? Because the navy blue actually cancels out red also.
There you go.
So
Look up for me.
my eyes are really sensitive, so they get bloodshot easily. So the blue would really help
That's right.
so my eyes don't look red.
Exactly. Look down for me.
So these are a powder pencil?
These are gel. Even better.
Oh. Oh, they're waterproof. That's important because my eyes, they get very teary-eyed. I get very teary-eyed.
Well, of course.
I'm always teary-eyed. No, I just have very sensitive eyes.
Extremely sensitive eyes.
So how do you like the blue liner?
The blue liner is amazing. I love blue eyeliner. I think blue liner is amazing. I use that in gel. I use that in everything. I think it's absolutely like a requisite when it comes to eye makeup. Now, not cobalt blue or like.
I don't. Sometimes I kind of like those 1982 blues.
Well, I mean, those are cool, but just it can be.
if you're going to a rave,
Exactly right. You're gonna
there
wear
are
your.
no raves right now.
You're gonna wear
Did
your-
they cancel Coachella?
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Coachella's gone, man.
Coachella
I mean,
is
every
gone.
event till the end of the year is gone.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that was what I did. I
just
do
read of another
makeup.
one that was canceled. I don't remember. Today I read of a new event that was. Oh, the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, girl.
And so many people were so happy that it was canceled.
That's rude.
And I'm one of the geeks that loves to dress up for the Renaissance Festival.
Well, I mean, we dress up for anything.
Yeah.
We
I
don't
just
even
like cosplay.
We don't even need an excuse. We just
No.
do it.
We dress up. I dress up in my house all the time.
I mean, she's got some really cool things. She's got like an afro, like a blonde afro wig that she loves to wear. Remember when you wore that wig?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if you were Gene Simmons or not Gene Simmons.
No,
What's his name?
I
Richard
went as
Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
Richard
I
Simmons.
dressed up as Richard Simmons.
Or a Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah, I think more. I think it was Richard Simmons. That was the goal. But I did wear like platform wedged.
So just to go
Converse.
over the eye, so we really intensified the look around the eye, so a kind of a smokier look. And when you do a smoky, you want to make sure that you place the brush and lift the brush. Place and lift, place and lift. So again, placing, patting, and lifting is to put the color onto the surface of the skin.
That's a good tip. I never
So that
noticed
way it doesn't like, you know.
Uh-oh, the mascara. Do you want me to do it myself?
No, because she got it everywhere last time.
Yeah.
Look down for me. So, and again, I'm going to give you this tip for all you artists out there. I like to put my finger right next to the lashes so that way I don't get it on the lid. And it'll go onto my finger before it actually hits her lid.
That's actually great advice, especially when you're dealing with not 18-year-old eyes. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I have 22-year-old eyes, but yeah.
Yeah, age 22.
Karina Gallagher asks if we can tell them a little bit more about the products.
Oh, sure. Karina, how's it going, sweetie? I went to high school with her.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a great gal. Actually, she's the only redhead in my school.
I
think she's
love
the only redhead.
redheads.
Oh yeah, she's great. And her kids are absolutely gorgeous. So the products are actually, they're created here, and I mean, they're absolutely wonderful. I mean, they're really rich in pigment. They translate really, really well. The compact that we're actually featuring today is the Champagne and Roses. So
It's a great little
go to
compact.
Sensia IQ and take a look at it. You can use my coupon code is eSanchez, and take a look at it. It's just, they translate well, they feel good, they don't flake. They're really created for sensitive skin. They're vegan.
They're great, and there's matte, and there's some kind of, they're almost like a creamy, frosty, shimmery look, but it's all the colors that you would want.
Correct.
The champagnes, the mimosa colors. Yeah, they're gorgeous. I love them. It's what I wear every day now.
Now I'm adding a little bit of the shimmer on the lid from the actual compact, and it just gives it that extra je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, it just gives it a nice little,
extra pop.
a little pop. And I
Pop,
like
pop.
anything extra.
Not her.
No.
Not her.
Never.
Not her.
Never.
Now remember, before we actually removed her makeup. Remember that we removed her makeup. We actually followed through with a wonderful little makeup wipe. Look straight up for me. And now I'm a professional makeup artist, so it is okay that after, when you're done applying your makeup, to go back over it just a little bit and see if anything has dropped or fallen underneath the eyes. Because remember, I originally went in there and cleaned everything out. Now,
I think that's a great idea because it also gives you a clean canvas.
Correct.
To work on.
And a lot of people, what they do is they'll do their foundation first,
I'm
their
guilty.
concealer, their powder, and then they try to do eye makeup
I'm
and
guilty
lips
of
and
that.
cheeks. And look at what's underneath her eyes. I mean, all of that is
Yeah.
after I removed all the makeup. And you don't want this sitting underneath your eyes when you're doing concealer.
Yeah, because that'll actually make your concealer get.
It'll make your concealer
Crusty.
look crusty, and it'll
And it'll
look
crease.
muddy, and it'll look dark.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you remove that before you do anything.
Guilty as charged.
Just the little tips of the trade, you know, little tip.
I always learn
Tips.
something new, but I'm not sure why I can't get away from the old habit of I just do a tiny little bit of foundation all over, and then I do my concealer, and then I do my powder, and then I do my eyes.
Well, that's what you want to do.
No, I
But
usually.
you always want to start with primer.
Yes, I mean, but I don't do the eyeshadow first, like you were
Oh,
suggesting.
yeah. Well, and because we learned in a retail setting for retail makeup.
Which is different.
So it's different where, you know, when you go into studio, it's a different thing because they want us to teach everybody how to do foundation first, because if the eyeshadows fall, you have to clean up, and guess what? You got to put moisturizer and
all of that.
concealer
Yeah, so it was
and
kind of a-
makeup and powder. So you go through it quicker, so guess what? You got to come back more often and buy it. So,
Erica Alvarez, question for Edward. Do you crimp your lashes first and then apply mascara, or do you not curl at all?
very good,
Good
question,
question.
Erica. So, Erica, there's different types of people that have different types of lashes. So, a lot of girls like to crimp first and then place mascara, but some mascaras are silicone based and it'll drop the curl. So you have to make sure what your lashes will do. Some people, like Lily, she can crimp her eyelashes because they're so curly already, it really doesn't matter. She won't lose the curl. But with some girls, they'll have to crimp, put mascara, let it dry, crimp again, and then put mascara. But you have to be very careful because you don't want to pull anything out. Now, I'm actually using a tinted primer. Now, this actually has a sunscreen in it, naturally.
Which is great.
But a tinted primer, what this does is it actually helps to not only resurface the skin,
Even out the skin tone.
even out the skin tone and the texture. So if you've got large pores, if you've got acne scars, if you've got, you know, little fine lines that you might want to hide, this is a great product to have. Eyes open, look up, 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 up. Now, I don't know about you, but her skin already looks great. And she doesn't have any foundation on it, it's just primer.
Ooh.
How How does it feel?
It feels very light and fresh, actually. And that's there's something to be said for that. I don't normally like to use a primer because I feel sticky or it's just too heavy.
Right.
I don't like a lot of heavy stuff.
Right, exactly.
You know, but this actually feels very airy, very light. It feels nice too. It doesn't feel sticky at all.
Right.
I like it.
Nice. Now we're going to follow through with some mineral liquid powder foundation. Mineral liquid powder foundation. So this is actually Sensia's, this is Country Beige that we're going to use. I'm going to give her a little color to the skin. My
Yes.
friend Lily's very fair.
That definitely is going to give me color.
She's not lily livered, but she's pretty light.
Lily white.
Lily white.
Well, the sun isn't good for you. It ages you.
Well, sometimes the sun gives you vitamin D.
I get vitamin D. I get 10,000 units a day.
Okay, wow. Those vitamins are expensive. I just stayed outside. Sun's free, honey. Go outside.
Well, I know, but I'm 92 years old, and I want to stay looking, 35 forever.
Forever.
Forever 35.
Drink the potion and you'll be young forever!
Oh my God, that was the best movie. Death becomes her.
Death becomes her. Now notice it's just a little bit, and this is why the powder foundation is so great, is because when we're blending it into the skin, it turns into a powder and it just blends and it looks like her. There's no streaks, there's nothing.
Is it blending nicely?
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. Last week I gave her a mirror, this week I know better.
That is true. You never give me a mirror.
Never. Never. It's the first rule in makeup artistry. Do not give the client a mirror till the very end if you don't want to be micromanaged. Well, what about not? We haven't got to that step yet. What about we haven't got to that step yet? Going to surprise you at the end. And purple lipstick. Kidding.
Purple lipstick.
Kidding. Yeah, one right there. That's gorgeous. Very nice. Now, as you can tell, Lily has a little extra sun in this area. So I want to make sure that we blend all of this away. See, look into that big camera right there. That one, number 2. Ooh, very nice. Chin down? Yes, very good. I think that looks absolutely delicious. How does that feel?
So this is Country Beige. It feels very nice.
Country Beige. The going, when
what was the color of the primer? I love the primer.
Actually, the primer color was, I don't think it comes in 2 colors, light and...
It comes in 3, fair, light, and medium.
Oh, fair, light, medium. It was light.
Okay, light, yeah, that makes sense.
Now, high definition powder, of course, always to set. We always want to do this because we don't want to set with anything with color. So if I try to put any kind of bronzer, if I try to put any kind of blush, what it'll do is it'll actually come across very, very bright because it's going to connect with the moisture inside of that foundation, and then it's going to come across as patchy, or it's going to come across
It's going
as
to be very concentrated.
or blotchy. So you want to make sure that you use a little bit of powder just to set, and it gives you this really nice finish. I think this is gorgeous. And because of these cameras, I want you to notice the difference, because before and now you've got this amazing glow. Very nice. That's how I call Audie.
Yep.
He runs over to me. It's like, where's
No,
my
it feels
food?
really light. It feels quite lovely.
Very nice.
So how does it look? Because I have no mirror.
She has no mirror.
They're not letting me see
Not
a
letting her
thing.
see at all. Now look at this brush. I mean, don't you just want to
I
paint?
have that brush.
Don't you want to just paint the side of a house with this?
Yeah, it's amazing. Brush.
So let's do your cheeks instead.
Okay. So what are you using?
So I'm actually using a matte bronzer. Doesn't look matte, does it? Smells like cake.
Oh, it does.
Now, with last show, I was showing you that you want to start with the middle of the nose because you really want to concentrate because the nose, look that way for me, all the way that way. The nose is the highest point of the face. So when the sun touches your face, it's going to touch your nose first before it touches anywhere else. So you always want to make sure that you start with the nose first and then bring it down to the chin, a little on the forehead, and then a big W. So right in the cheekbone, across the cheekbone, back over the other cheekbone, and back to the ear. So W, right? W. No? Yes? Okay.
Lara Corsi.
Lara!
Hi, Lara. She's our wine sponsor.
Lara!
With
How
Scout and
does
Cellar.
primer, foundation, and HD all hold up in Texas humidity?
Well, that's a good question. So primer in general, and it's like Lily was saying before, usually primers can be very sticky.
This is very light, Lara.
But primer in general, it separates you from the makeup and it protects the makeup from you. So you're creating a layer so that way your natural oil and your perspiration doesn't get through and start to break down the makeup as quick. Now, I'm not saying it's ever gonna do it because you're running a marathon, or it might be 200 degrees outside, or it might just start raining. You don't know what the situations are like for us today. Like we don't know if the car's gonna break down, we don't know if it's gonna rain on us, or we're gonna have to walk.
But I had my Versace umbrella.
She pulled it out of somewhere. I don't know where she got it from, but she got it. And so it just helps to ensure that your makeup's gonna last longer. It's a little bit of a insurance policy. So, and it just makes the skin feel nice and fresh and tight.
My skin feels really light and fresh.
And Sensia IQ products were formulated for Houston humidity.
And Sensia IQ products were formulated
for telling us.
Houston humidity.
They're especially formulated for this
Because
climate.
I mean, where else in the world do you have this climate? Where else?
The
you gotta-
rainforest?
like the
I don't
rainforest,
know.
the Barbados. I mean,
I don't even know if it
Bali,
gets that hot.
Hawaii. Yeah, there you go.
Get like 120.
Actually, Hawaii is amazing. If I can go to Hawaii, I'd be happy. But they've already banned all the Americans from.
We're pretty much
where?
banned from everywhere.
Where were we? Where was it?
The Bahamas.
The Bahamas. We can't even go to the Bahamas anymore.
Well, or Europe.
They won't let us in Europe? See? Can't even go to Europe now.
Or the UK.
Or the UK.
Yeah, because I have a friend that's actually kind of stuck in the Ukraine. But I think he's really enjoying it.
Well, the women over there are gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
So we're now chiseling the jawline, and again, like the last week,
Chisel away.
chisel. And we want to make sure that we make the bottom of the neck all the same tone, because if you have a
Especially
very
for
prominent
all you
chin,
ladies that are out in the sun.
you'll get a little mark under here,
It's
and you
gonna
want to
be
make sure
white.
that that part is even. So you want to make sure that all of this is the same color.
Also the ears.
Yeah, the ears as well.
Laura says, I need all the things.
Got it. We're
Got
putting it in
it.
a bag for you. Got it.
E. Sanchez discount.
Yes, you can go to sensiaiq.com and put all those things in your basket, and you can actually get the discount today only. Use the coupon code eSanchez and you'll get a hefty discount. I'm telling you, Laura, you're gonna love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. Now,
I'm addicted to concealer.
concealer is a great product. It helps to conceal under the eyes, dark circles, puffiness. It helps with all of those things. But today, when we did her makeup, we could actually stop. We did primer, we did a little bit of the mineral liquid powder foundation, and then we set it with the powder, and now we did bronzer. It looks really great on the skin, so I'm gonna say no to a lot of concealer under her eyes.
Today.
But what I am going to do, what?
I want to see the concealer.
Oh, okay.
What were you going to do with it?
I'm going to place it just on the edges of her mouth and a little bit on the crown of her lip. Now this is a makeup artist tip.
Is this going to make my lips look puffy?
Bigger, much bigger.
Pouty lips.
Well, we can't go in to see, it's so much time for my Botox. Like, I'm going to tell you people, I need Botox really badly.
We both have pandemic face. No
Just
fillers, no
fillers, no
Botox,
Botox.
nothing.
Nothing.
This is
And
all
no
natural.
Whataburger. I haven't had a Whataburger in years.
I wouldn't let him have Whataburger 2 days ago.
So we had Chinese food instead. Not much better, but still.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was healthier. A lot more vegetables.
That's true. I like all the vegetables. So on the turns of the lip in this area here, sometimes you get a really deep shadow because this part of the face is recessed. So you want to brighten this part of the face so that way you get a nice lift to the lips. You know what I mean? Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Now, I know last week...
You can really dance.
You can
Are
really...
y'all like addicted to TikTok? I couldn't sleep last night.
And you were watching TikTok?
Yeah. Yeah, I know that it's like this whole controversy thing, whatever. But they're doing all these dances. Wow, you can really dance.
And were they dancing?
Yeah.
Well, who was
Obviously, you don't have TikTok.
I don't have
Really?
it. I can barely like work with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
I don't tweet. I'm not that interested.
I can tweet. I like to read tweets.
I don't tweet.
Famous people get mad at each other on tweets.
I do Facebook, and I try to be better at LinkedIn.
Okay, I've never done LinkedIn in my life. I'm scared
I
of
had a
LinkedIn.
great girl that actually redid my whole LinkedIn page because I, you know, I'm not just a beauty queen. I actually have a real job.
She has a real job.
So I have to.
She doesn't actually hold a title. She actually works with title.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yes, I do.
She actually works with title.
I do mobile closings.
She
and
does
I work
mobile
for,
closings.
Yes.
So again, this is the cream matte lipstick. So you can actually take this lipstick and actually just put 3 dots on the lip, 1, 2, 3, and then rub it in real good. There you go. And you see how it feels dry? Mm-hmm. Now, the actual applicator was created like a lip liner so you could really shape the lip. So you don't notice I'm not redipping it. I'm not going back into the tube. Press again. This is great stuff. This one is actually called Kenzie.
Kenzie, I love that name.
Isn't it a great name? These are actually named after all the clients that come to the salon.
Oh, that's awesome.
that
Where's
great?
mine?
You don't come to the salon?
Well, yeah. You better name a lipstick after me.
Okay, do we have a white that we can name Lily? We'll call it Zombie Lily.
Where's my lipstick?
It's all about Lily again.
Yes.
Here we go. I think that looks beautiful. I think it looks gorgeous. Now, on top of that, I always like to put a little bit of a gloss.
Can I do a pencil?
Well, okay, here's the thing. So we can do a pencil to really make the lips look better. You know what? I didn't bring a pencil. But the pencil is made of a wax. So the pencil isn't going to last as long as the matte lipstick.
It is true, because actually I've been using the lip pencil and the matte lipstick that I was gifted last week.
Yes.
And it doesn't stick to my mask, but the lip pencil does.
It does
come
rub off
faster, but I'm old school.
If you
I
put
have
the
to
lip
have
pencil,
a lip pencil.
If you put lip pencil under it, the lip pencil will wear off and it'll take the matte away. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So do the matte first and then do the pencil on top.
Pencil.
And then we're gonna do the Holly Berry.
Yeah, that's the one that I have. Holly Berry.
Big smile for me. Great. And press again for me. Mwah. Yay! Now, Lily, of course, likes over the top.
like gloss.
She likes gloss. So the glosses, and this is why they're called strobes, are amazingly shiny, and they've got this shimmer in them that is absolutely spectacular. So, I mean, if you want to be noticed for your lips, get a strobe because, oh my God.
That's exactly what I want to be noticed for.
I mean, you can spend 30 minutes putting this on at a restaurant and everybody be watching you. Seriously, just put it on and keep putting it and keep doing it and everybody be looking. Because look how gorgeous that is. I mean, serious. See, look towards me, now back. I mean, that's amazing. Now, if it's too glossy, notice that the gloss isn't sticky. But let's just let that set for just a second. I was taught this really neat trick from the chemist, Edric. And all you have to do is take the tissue and just pat it on the surface of the lip gloss. And when you remove it, you actually remove the gloss, but all of the shimmer stays on the lip.
And this will probably help it keep from getting on the mask.
Correct.
That's a big thing now that we all have to think about.
Absolutely.
Because the other day I had a lot of lip gloss on and I had to wear a mask, and then when I took the mask off, it looked like I had been making out because I had lip gloss all over my face.
Oh my.
And that didn't really happen.
Oh my.
Unfortunately.
Did you get a date?
No.
Oh well.
It's really hard to date during pandemic.
Well, I heard that people do like Zoom dating now.
Yes, that's very popular. No, FaceTiming dates.
Oh, FaceTiming dates.
Zoom reunions and Zoom parties. Like I do family reunions via Zoom, lots of birthday parties. But yes, FaceTime I think is sort of like the way to go for now. I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't made it past a FaceTime.
She cancels them out. She's like, dead, done, gone, over it. Next.
Next.
She's like, no more. Now, this is actually a brow gel, and I'm actually using a little bit of brow gel on her. She's got great shape. And this brow gel actually has a tint to it. And I started it with a little bit of powder just to give it a little bit of a shadow. And if you notice, the shadow was a lot darker than the gel. But once I put the gel on the eyebrow, it made it all part of the eyebrow. So that is the key. So a lot of you out there will use just a powder on your eyebrows. And you have to remember, we're three-dimensional beings. When you see somebody in person, you're seeing them in person. You're not seeing them on a screen. You're not seeing them in a picture. You're not seeing them on a phone. The phones
like when you see us in video right now,
it's very flat.
It's very flat.
But when you see people in 3D, it's very different. So when you use a powder, that's 1D. When you use a groomer, that's 2D. And if you use like a highlighter or something else on top of that, that's 3D. So you always have to remember that.
And we also look 15 pounds fatter.
Well, right now I have 3 cameras on me.
So I just want to clarify that.
So it's 20 pounds a camera. So that's 20, 40, 60 pounds.
So even though this is social media, it's still a camera.
It's still a camera.
So in person,
those are
15
the real ones.
pounds
No, it's 20
smaller.
pounds. 20 pounds a camera.
I'll take 20.
So it's 20, 40, 60. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm 60 pounds overweight right now.
Yeah, we have 3 cameras on us.
60 pounds. It's okay though. I get it. I get it.
I don't know. I think summer's, social summer is basically canceled out. So I think that by the time everything becomes normal, we've already missed 3 seasons. So I can totally jump back into all the outfits that I was wearing when the whole damn thing started.
But weren't you on social media with them to begin with?
What do you mean?
Well, you'd have to erase all those pictures when everything started.
So nobody will remember.
Okay, well.
Everybody's too narcissistic. They don't care what I'm wearing.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Got it.
Nobody cares.
Well, I know what you were wearing.
Because you picked it out.
Because I picked it out.
Because you go shopping with me.
Well, who else would go?
And you shop it for me. That is true. Edward will shop at my house with 3 dresses. Look! You have to wear this. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, it was really hilarious because the time came for you to go to somewhere like, what was it, like very, like not glitzy and glamorous. You had to go very, subdued, and you didn't have anything at all.
I didn't have anything.
You had like python skirts and shimmer sweaters.
Python thigh-high boots. I have like 12 pairs of thigh-high boots.
Vinyl jackets.
Grommets. And then somebody said, we need you to show up as if you were working in a bank.
In a bank.
And I'm like, what?
What, the Bank of Hollywood?
I mean, I don't know what that means. You know, I felt like the guy from Schitt's Creek. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
What? Work at a bank? I don't know what people wear when they work at a bank. No, I didn't have anything that wasn't extra.
Exactly. So again, we went ahead and used a little bit of the brow groomer on her eyebrows. But this is her evening look, and I think this is really good. It's very natural. It's very glamorous. I mean, you don't have to do the whole, Insta-fabulous, highlighter with the duck lips and the whole, you know what I mean? I mean, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much.
You don't have to be like
you can
super...
do it right out of this palette, which is super easy to do, and it will last you forever, which I think is phenomenal.
So this is Evening Glam.
Evening Glam.
Did you want to talk about the hair a little bit? Because you did my hair today, too.
Well, I did. I did your hair.
It's good. There's a lot going on with it.
There's a lot going on.
Because we got caught in the rain 5-6 times today.
Yeah, we got caught in the rain a couple of times. So, but it's fabulous. I think it looks great. But I do her hair, so, there you have it.